You want to hear content about the Philadelphia Eagles and the Philadelphia 76ers. That's straight to the point, no nonsense, no over-the-top shenanigans. Say what we got to say and keep it moving. Then you made the right choice coming to Nikki Steve's channel, so stay tuned. Okay, it's Tuesday. It's been a few days removed from the Sixers' embarrassing Game 7 loss to the Atlanta Hawks, 103-96. So I made a video directly after, and yesterday, I stayed away from YouTube yesterday. I stayed away from other people's vids because I was focusing on other personal stuff. Personal stuff outside, related to Nicholas, not Nikki Steez on YouTube. That makes any sense. But now I'm back today. Now I'm going to talk a little bit more about Mr. Ben Simmons. I've seen a few videos today. So I seen a video from MK and I saw Run It Back Phillies vid saying the Sixers should trade Ben Simmons. I'm just seeing a couple of vids. Now I'm inspired to talk about Ben Simmons a little bit. So I'm going to go for it while the iron's still hot. I said on Sunday they need to trade Ben Simmons. And here I am a few days later, have some more time to think about it, to come down from that loss, come down from how I felt about it, and I still say, yeah, they need to trade Ben Simmons. Because what are you going to get out of him, really? Now I've been hearing that Doc Rivers wants to work on his shot. They want to change his shooting hand. But what good is that going to do? Because he doesn't shoot at all, okay? Ben Simmons doesn't even bother to try to shoot. He doesn't bother to make any effort. You saw he gave up an open dunk and passed it off on Sunday in the fourth quarter when he could have had that easy dunk. I don't want to hear, well, he needs to work on his shot. He doesn't even try in the games because he's too afraid to get sent to the line, and he's too afraid to work on his free throws. Is that the type of player you really want as the number 2 guy? You want number 2 guy money to a guy that doesn't even try offensively, that doesn't give it his all, that's taking up a spot, forcing the Sixers to pay him money he doesn't deserve, and that money could be going elsewhere to another player who's more deserving of it, or could be invested in free agency, or somewhere else other than Ben Simmons. But seriously, the biggest problem with Ben Simmons is not that he can't get it done on offense, it's that he doesn't try. It's his 5th year in the league, his 4th year playing, because remember, he missed the rookie year due to injury. So out of the 4 years he's played, he hasn't shown the courage to step up and try to progress as a player. He doesn't try to work on get better at his free throws. He doesn't try to shoot inside the paint. Maybe if Ben Simmons is so afraid of getting fouled, how about you work on your foul shots? But he doesn't do any of that. Looks like lately he's more interested in the Kardashians and the Jenners than he is actually getting better as a basketball player. So if you really want to be a championship team, do you really want to waste money on a number 2 guy who's more interested in chasing down, again, the Kardashians and Jenners than actually playing basketball and getting better at his craft? You really want to put your time into that? If Ben Simmons is content with just being a defensive player and an assist guy, then get rid of him. You can find a team to take up a trade for him, especially a team that's really, is really in dire needs of anything. Like the Detroit Pistons can make a trade partner possibly, because Lord knows the Pistons will take anything at this point. Or another team that's all the way down at the bottom, like the Oklahoma City Thunder. They'll take Ben Simmons. I mean, who else? Who are some other trade partners you could possibly find? So you got teams like the Thunder or the Pistons. I mean, maybe the Charlotte Hornets, knowing Michael Jordan's history of terrible analysis as an executive. Maybe you could work out a deal there. Let me try to call up Michael Jordan, see what happens there. I mean, these are just some possibilities. I mean, there's definitely got to be a team out there that you could get a trade with for Ben Simmons. But then again, the options are limited. And the reason I say it's limited teams is who's going to want a guy that clearly doesn't want to try in clutch situations, doesn't give it his all? Who's going to want a guy like that? What type of contending team or team looking to build for the future is going to want this guy? You think a team looking to build for the future is like the Memphis Grizzlies is going to want it? No, they got a bunch of young guys. They made the playoffs. They're in a position where they have hope for the future. Do you think they're going to want to bring in Ben Simmons? No. You think a team like the Phoenix Suns is going to want to bring in Ben Simmons during the offseason? No. They made it to the Western Conference Finals this far, and they might still have a shot at the championship. You think they're going to want to bring in Ben Simmons at the end of the season regardless of how it ends for them? No. You think other teams team like the Chicago Bulls are going to want him? I don't think so. So even teams that miss the playoffs, you think they're going to want him? So that's why I feel like you're going to have to really go for a team like the Detroit Pistons or something to get him, because the options are very limited. But there's got to be someone out there. And his inability, not his inability, but his unwillingness to take shots is throwing off the chemistry on offense as well. It's throwing off the chemistry. Do you want this guy who continues to throw off the chemistry offensively on your team, taking up playing time, taking up valuable money within the Sixers organization? I most certainly don't. I know a lot of Sixers fans feel the exact same way as I do. We don't want him taking up all that time and throwing off the chemistry and doing so repeatedly. This is your opportunity this offseason to move on from Ben Simmons. It's about time the Sixers, what they should be doing right now is thinking of a plan. Be coming up with a plan to move on Ben Simmons and think of how are we going to follow up after we get rid of him. Who's going to be our suitable replacement? And what's our plan going forward? That's what they should be doing. That's the plan they should be making right now. But unfortunately, sadly, they probably won't do that. They probably won't do that. Even though they should, it would be in their best interest. But they're probably going to think, oh, we can work on it. We can change his shooting here. We can work on his shooting. If he doesn't try, he doesn't want to have the courage to step up and try in key situations, then what difference is it going to make? It's not going to make a difference at all. For summer after summer after summer, we've been seeing videos of Ben Simmons taking shots at the gym, working out. But the workout videos and the videos of him shooting at the gym don't translate over to the games. They're not translating over. And it's been 4 seasons now. 4. What makes you think? What means we should wait any longer? Why should we wait any longer? Let's just find a trade partner, trade him, move on, have a plan going forward. You can move Tobias up to the number 2 guy. Hey, we got Tyrese Maxey. He can be our star for the future. He could eventually take over as the legit number 2 guy going forward. So you can definitely invest in Tyrese. He's a guy long-term that'll help out. Joel Embiid, give him the offseason to rest. Let him recover. Let him come back next year. But the point is, there's a lot of potential for what's the word I'm looking for? There's a lot of potential for more growth in the future by moving on from Ben Simmons. There's more potential to have somebody worthy of that number 2 spot be put in that spot. There's more potential for the chemistry and the offense to improve by not having him there. So it's a simple, let's just do it already type of move. Yeah, and that's all I'm going to really say about this. So, yeah, but we're definitely going to talk more about it because we still got the whole summer to talk about the Sixers. Got the draft. We got free agency. We'll talk about it. Yeah, and I can definitely make another vid going further in depth about trade partners for Ben Simmons and trade possibilities for him. For now, I just want to say I still stand by that statement that, yes, we need to trade Ben Simmons because they'll be better off for the team long term. And that's all I'm going to say. For one that watched, thank you for watching. If you're new to this channel and you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you're notified when I upload a new vid. Also, I'm going to put the links to my Twitter and my Instagram in the description box so you can follow along with those. Most of all, everyone watching, have a wonderful day or night. It's Nicky Steve signing off. I'll see you next time. For more content like that about the Philadelphia 76ers, make sure you hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you're notified when I upload a new vid.